Good morning everyone. Now I'm here on the water ingress control panel. I'm going to check the water ingress control panel down to barrier box and down to the sensor side, because from now we have problem with the water ingress on cargo hold number 3. I will show you how to troubleshoot the problem existed here. This water ingress system is made by CMate Incorporated, and this is the control panel of my water ingress system. Inside have PLCs, relays, switches, and other connections. This is the programmable logic controller. Those are the relays, electrical relays. And here is the indication lamp, from which once the sensors detected water, it will indicate lights. On the cargo holds, we have at least 2 individual water ingress sensors, and it was installed like this: one for the upper and one for the lower pre and main alarm. And as you will see here, we have the lower portion as the pre-alarm, and this is my water ingress sensor. Water ingress detection system operating principle: similarly, when insulated electrode is attached to the metal vessel, electrostatic capacity is formed between the electrode and the vessel ship's metal structures. By means of electric principles, electrostatic capacity is the capacitance between the two layers. It seems like a capacitor. When electrode is covered with water, the electrostatic capacity or the capacitance between the electrode and the layer of the ship's metal structure is increased. Increasing the capacitance means decreasing or lowering your impedances. Since impedance is equal to the voltage all over the current, as you notice, the current is increasing, the impedance is decreasing, and a corresponding current will be injected on a barrier signal box, which activate the relays on it, from which the common and the normally open contact become open. Once it is open, the alarm is activated on a ship's office and on the bridge to notify the navigating officer or the ship's office personnel that the cargo hold has a water inside. Take note, electrostatic capacity is influenced or affected by the shape, length, diameter of electrode, distance between electrode and metal structures, and the dielectric of a materials or substance that covering the electrode sensor surface and layer between the metal structures of the ships. You must take note that material have different dielectric constant. For air, we have 1, grains we have 3 to 5, for cold or dust we have 20, and for water we have 80. Having higher dielectric constant, which is being contacted or covered, the electrode surface of my water ingress sensors will activate the alarm on the ship's office and on the bridge. To test the water sensors or water ingress detection sensor, we must need only to put a wet cloth with a seawater and cover the surfaces of the electrode. By means of this, alarm will be activated. You must need to keep in mind, when doing a test, you must need to put this electrode switch from normal to test to disable the time delay, so that anytime the water ingress sensor is detected a water, the alarm will immediately be activated. In normal condition, we have a 15 seconds time delay before this lamp indication on the bridge and on the ship's office is being activated. This time delay is made and programmed on the PLC so that anytime the ship is rolling or moving, any false alarm will be minimized. Dito kami ngayon sa loob ng cargo hold. Ganyan kadilim ang aming cargo holds. Kung mapapansin nyo, may ilaw ako dun sa taas. At aming papasukin ang void space para i-check ang water. Ayun, yun ang void space. Bukas na yan, naka-ventilate. Ayun yung tools. Ito yung aking tools, kukunin ko na. At kami ay papasok sa void space. Oh, may tubig. Ako, patay. May tubig sa loob. Yan ang void space. Take note, in normal condition, this red lamp on our water ingress sensor is kept on or illuminated when it is dry and no water on the electrode of the surface of my water ingress sensor. And that light is being off or switch off when water get covered the surface of my electrode sensor on it. Tubig dyan, basahin mo tapos tawagan mo na magkakaroon ng alarm indication. As you notice here, while the surface is being wet with seawater, the lamp is not switched off, meaning this sensor is defective or faulty. Pasok, pasok!
Walang indication.
Okay, walang indication. We remove the sensor from the insertion and we wet the sensor surface. Then we also adjusted the capacitance of the variable capacitor, but still the sensor has no response. It is very difficult to communicate with the bridge and the ship's office. We decide to bring the sensor on deck to do further check and testing. Sa barrier box, kung makikita niyo yung box na yan, dyan nakalagay ang barrier box, barrier relay ng sensor para sa water ingress. Ibaga po si 40 minutes at si AB. Kami ay nagagawa ngayon dito. Makikita nyo ang tornilyo ay napakaluma. Kailangan ng katingin. Yan. Pupukpukin ko na lahat yan. Ano? Ito ang water ingress system. Sa namin yan, nalagyan namin lang bago itong barrier box at makikita nyo rito sa loob. Ayan na. Meron siyang dalawang barrier relay na kung saan doon nakakabit yung ating water ingress sensor, pre-alarm at saka main alarm. Nag-close, makakaroon ng alarm sa ship's office at saka sa bridge. Meron ako ditong supply at meron ako ditong kinabit na dalawang terminal, white and black, papunta sa sensor. Okay, lulubog namin ngayon. Okay, may alarm? Nag-a-alarm dyan?
Walang alarma.
Sige, kape, walang alarm. To make further check, we bring the sensor and the barrier box on the engine side where the cargo hold number 7 barrier box is connected. and do some testing. We adjusted again the capacitance values of the variable capacitor to adjust the sensitivity of the sensor, but the sensor has no any response. I removed the wire on the barrier box on line number 1 and I connected the multimeter in series with my cable going to my sensor to measure the current. And as you notice here, the good sensor for water ingress detection sensor has higher current, 0.69 milliampere once I connected it on the pre-alarm relay box, and I have also a value of 0.66 milliampere when I connected it on the barrier relay box from the cargo hold number 3, meaning I don't have any problem with the barrier box. Took the defective sensor from the cargo hold number 3 and I measure the current on the barrier box, and as I found, I have very low current DC signal, about 0.03 milliampere. This low current values is the reason why the barrier relay is not get activated and not able to open the contact between the common and NO. So that is the reason why the sensor is not able to activate the alarm on the ship's office and on the bridge. Take note, higher current meaning good sensor, lower current meaning bad sensor. For you to understand more, I show you that how I measure the current and how I test the barrier relay box, how you are able to identify if the sensor have the problem or the barrier box have the problem. As you notice here, I have the red indicated light. Once the sensor is dry, the lamp is on. When the sensor get wet or on the seawater, the light is gone. You must focus on it. This is also an indication of good sensor. Red lamp is on when it is dry and red light is off when it is wet. Also, from here I have the LED light, and also here I have the PLC. Those are the responsive lights when the sensor get wet or detected some water inside of the cargo hold. This is my defective sensor from the cargo hold number 3. So for me to be able to have alarm on the cargo hold number 3, I just borrow the one sensor from the cargo hold 7 and I'm going to install it on the cargo hold number 3 so that every holds have a water ingress detection system, so that we will closely monitor if there is water inside of the cargo holds. Before you insert the water sensors on the insertion, you must need to clean the thread and make sure there is a gasket. And before you install it, you must need to put some silicone surrounded so that any moisture or water present of the cargo hold will not able to penetrate on the sensor side. As you see here, I have silicone. I just simply rotate it by hand, and as you observe, I have two Allen key. This Allen key is serving as a lock, and I'm going to connect the cables, line 1, line 2, and a ground cable. As you would notice here, I just put silicone and have a rubber gasket on the cover. So once I bring back the cover of my water sensor, the water is prevented from getting inside of the electronic component I have on my water ingress sensor. Barrier relay box, then from barrier relay box go into the ship's office and bridge. We are going to test it now. Meron ba?
Okay, standby. Check yung number 4 na ano. Check, okay, basa na.
I'm going to switch off my lights.
Okay, alarm, number 3.
As you will find here,
Sir, pasok sir! Number 3, free alarm! Okay, number 3, free alarm. Kaibigan, check, ano?
yes, go ahead.
Alam na! Free alarm, number 3.
Okay. Punasan mo lang basahan, patuyuin mo, tapos tanungin mo sa bridge kung mawawala yung ilaw at saka alarm. As you will find, there is light. This light is the LED light on the sensor.
Eh, pasok sir! Pasok! Pasaya, patana ka bes kung nag-aalam pa. Tayo na dito na ano. Anong check alarm yung free alarm? Wala na. Okay, wala na. Eh, pasok sir! Pasok! Wala nang alarm na sir! Kaya, wala na. Yan! Eh, pasok!
Yes, go ahead.
Eh, okay na. Wala na daw alarm na. Tayo na dito.
Okay, isasarado ko rito tapos aakyat ako sa taas. So, all the cargoes now is having a water ingress detection system, but on the number 3 and by hand tight, okay, no problem. Now it's closed, okay. Now everything is good, everything is working, and we fixed the trouble with our water ingress system. I hope that you gain knowledge on it. Thank you for watching. Napakaraming dolphin tumatalon. Ayan, kung makikita nyo, napakaraming pating at meron doong whales na tumatalon-talon. Nandito kami ngayon sa tapat ng Durban, Africa, at kami ngayon ay papunta ng Brazil. Ganyan kaganda ang dagat ng Africa, napakaraming isda. Pansin nyo doon, meron ding container ship. Yung container ship na yon ay Costco Shipping. Napakalayo yan sa amin, isinom ko lang. Maraming salamat. God bless you all. Have a safe voyage. Thank you.